everybody. Good evening and welcome to the third episode of Nonis Nights. If you don't know what this is about, okay, or what is the dynamics in here, let me tell you again, I have no problem on doing that. So guys, this is like a different dynamics in which we gossip a little bit about not only our beloved team, the Mighty Dolphins, but also Thursday night football, and also analyze a little bit of the performance of the other teams because that matters too, right? Remember that there have been other times in which we depend or have depended on other teams' performances. I don't think this is the case now. Everything looks very, very different. For decades we haven't seen this. At least not me, not that I recall. I was very young, guys. But we are doing great, and we're going to talk about that. So that is what we're going to do, and also we're going to have someone joining me later, and I'm going to give you your Spanish recap at the end because I mean we analyze the Dolphins and football in two languages. Why not? Thank you so much to the ones who are in here already. Hi. Oh, you kind of changed your name. Thank you for that. Hi, and welcome. Of course, we're gonna talk about the Bills a little bit. I'm not a hater. You know that already. So, nice things, nice, maybe not so nice, but never lies, never lies. Just a few personal takes, but don't take it personally because you're great. I mean, you gave us a lot of fun moments last week. I remember that. Thank you for being here. Dear Chef, hey, hello. Yeah, we are checking our polls, definitely. And even more with what we just watched today, with that like mid-season recap, the guys all being hyped and the brotherhood that we're seeing in our team, which is amazing. You know what? I know our record is great. What we have done so far is great. And what we can do for what I can see, I'm going to tell you what I think. Remember that in here, I mean, you are welcome also to give me your opinion. I'm going to give you mine. I love this. Yes, exactly. This is Chisme Thursday. You know what? I'm going to change the name of the of the show. Not more Nonis Nights, this is Chisme Thursday. I like that, I might take it, as a maybe as a second name, an alternate name, like the jerseys, right? Why not? Hey, hello, how are we doing? Thank you for being here. Yeah, I know. It's weird how everybody begins craving salsa and tacos and I don't know what else, all sorts of Mexican food when I'm giving my Spanish recap. Thank you for being here, dear Tapo. Thank you. I mean, you're my number one in here. Like this, as soon as I begin speaking, I look for you immediately. Thank you so much to everybody. And I know this is great. Okay, guys. So we're gonna start talking about air quotes, not so important things. They're important anyway, because this involves a team that is important for us right now, right? We have Thursday night football, and I think, guys, that for the first time in so many weeks, chorizo. That's one of my favorites actually. For the first time in many weeks, I think that we're gonna have a very, very interesting Thursday night football. I thought a little bit that last week we're going to have a good one, but it turned out that it wasn't that good. It wasn't that bad either, but it wasn't like what I was expecting. But now we have like this kind of renewed Aaron Rodgers and his new connections with his receivers and everything. I mean, not that they had a great, amazing accomplishment. I mean, they beat the Cowboys. They have been good, not that much, but I mean, who knows? Who knows if they're going to do something interesting today? But we need to remember that I mean, they're playing against the Titans, and they have been maybe not that consistent, but the record is great. So that's right. That is part of the chisme, too, because the weather is, we never know how this is going to be, and they're moving to Detroit. That's it. That is right. So maybe we're gonna talk a little bit about that later. I think that's gonna be interesting too. Two powerful teams, yes, from the AFC, and that's something that we want to see. For some reason, I really love the Browns. I mean, don't ask me why. I think that I fell in love when Baker Mayfield was doing great things, and they have this running game. We already talked about that last week. So I know, but what can we do, right? Snow or heat, we cannot control that. Okay, guys, let's see. So I was talking about buddies of mine, and I was asking them would they think that Sean McVay, Malafleur, and Kyle Shanahan would all be struggling with their teams if we're 7-3 with a rookie coach. Yeah, a rookie coach, but he's a rookie head coach, but he's very experienced, and I think, and this is part of what I want to talk to you, with you today, that thank you for giving me that cue. That is my cue for talking about amazing things that I want to discuss also with my guest later. You have seen him all week, but I love to have him here again. Earlier this week we watched a video, because Tua was mic'd up this week, and we knew that it was going to be awesome. I don't know about you guys, but other weeks we have had other players, and it has been fun, inspiring, of course. But the fact that we could see this side of our quarterback. I mean, he's like a little kid in the playground, right? He brings all of this energy. He's always motivating everybody, and I think I have never seen him so happy, like never, as we saw him in this video, and this is great. And talking about that, talking about experience and skills, and how people might be different. And we also talked about, well, we saw what happened with this hiring of Jeff Saturday by the Colts. And we're talking about, different kinds of coaches, right? And if we try to analyze a little bit Mike McDaniel, I think that besides the fact that I really think that he's a genius. And we discussed this with Ali last week also. I was thinking, okay, maybe it will be good to have an experienced head coach, because we were doing great, or we thought so, with Flores, and then, I use my Mexican accent, Flores, yes, with Flores, and I think that it was like something difficult to have this young head coach with no experience, but his personality, because I knew something about him. He's a person that we cannot ignore in the league, and everything he does and what he has done, and he didn't have an experience as a head coach, but I think that his personality brings a lot to the table. I don't think, really. No, not like that. I didn't say that. Flores, it sounds nice too. I really think that if we had hired another head coach with a lot of experience, but with maybe stiff personality, or that didn't have this, how can I call it, like this flavor that he brings to the table, I don't think that we would be seeing the team that we're seeing right now. Like, really, I don't think that any other coach in the league or out of the league could have brought this, out this side of the players that we're seeing right now. Yes, we talked about Ohana last season. That's true. But even though the players were there and the brother who was there and this hunger of for winning was there, I don't think that we could see everything that we're seeing right now, because it is difficult to have this combination between being a genius, between knowing what you're doing and having the ability and the skills to hire people who know exactly what they're doing and can help you out with amazing things. And also having this how can I call it? Because despite the fact that he's so young, everybody respects him, and I love that. And earning respect, but at the same time, respect, but not out of being scary, but out of being a brother or maybe a very young father to all of the guys, because the guys, I mean, some of them could actually be his kids. I mean, if we, think about numbers. So I think that his personality has brought the best out of every player in here. Okay. Hi, Dolphin Jaggy from snowy Iowa. Oh my God, that's amazing. Snowy. It will be snowy here too, very, very soon. I want to see that too. Okay, let's see. Remember that I'm not hitting here, so I'm reading your comments too. No problem. America will see that Tuna and the 25th ranked defense they have the hardest part of the schedule. You know what? I'm gonna take that comment and make it something, nice. I also thought when I saw from the first moment that I saw the schedule that after the bye week, we were going to have a very, very tough stretch. I knew that. I knew that from the beginning. So that's no surprise for me, nor I don't think that it is a surprise for any of us, that we're gonna need more than we did this first part of the season. But I know now that we have everything we need. Everything. I mean, we already have a very, very strong team. But now, with Bradley and with Jeff, our running game right now, we saw the numbers too. I mean, Mustard was playing okay. He was being very good. But with this change, with this swap, I don't mean, and I don't want to say that Edmonds is bad. No, but definitely with Jeff in here, Mostert just, I don't know, he began doing things that we knew he could do, but that we didn't see before. Like our expectations were met, definitely. Let's see. Okay, let's talk about later about any other of the inside news of Sanders in the. Oh my God. Well, yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. I was trying to defend him last week. We were both trying because Ali knows. I mean, I love him. I love Jason Sanders. But and I said this and it keeps happening. Kickers in general have been struggling and I have no idea why. What is going on in there? I don't know. We have seen, for example, the injuries. Yes, talking about the turf and other aspects maybe, but there's something in the air. It is not the wind, definitely. That is affecting the kickers so badly. I don't know what's going on. I would really like to know what you think, because I don't really think that is time for him to go. Some of you think that, let me know, but I don't think that we should cut him right now because he has been failing. I know that we can expect a lot more from him because we already have seen what he can do. That is like maybe what makes me angry, that I know that he can do way better than that, but I don't know what's happening. I think that maybe that's some personal stuff that we don't know. I mean, if Tua could hide the fact that he was married, well, for a few hours, days, and then he could hide the fact that he had a baby. We don't know what's going on with Sanders, but let me know what you think. I don't think it's time to let him go. I still have faith in him, guys. Hey, my goat Bailoa. I love your name. I love it. It's amazing. Okay. Well, so we were talking about that, and I'm waiting for you to let me know what you think about that. Yes. In the meantime, please hit the like button and subscribe and donate. And also, let me remind you that today we kind of switch our times, and dear Jason goes after me today. So I'm going to be very brief today, very brief. That is a promise. Even though I don't want to, I'm going to be very, very brief. Yes, it is weird what is happening with Jason Sanders. I have no idea what is going on there. Something weird, and maybe the field goals, not that I'm saying that it's okay to fail them, but extra points, guys, I mean, that's something that you should do every time. And thank you for bringing these guys up, Ahmed and Gaskin. You know what? I think the same thing. I am in love of Gaskin, in love of him, because I think that he's very explosive. I think that, oh my God. Come on. Don't be like that, okay? Don't be like that. We're being nice in here. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. That it is not the lack of skills at all. But it's the same that happened with the whole team. Last year, we already had a lot of talent. We just didn't have, the right coaching or the right, maybe, mood, environment, I don't know, to bring out the best out of, them. I think that was a problem. Okay, so quick update, guys. I think that you're watching Thursday night. Minute 12:43, 12:40 to go. First quarter, 2nd and 1, and 0. Okay, we're tying 0. Now, I would like you to let me know, what do you think is going to happen in here? Because I picked the Packers, guys. I think that they can do something interesting today. So let me know what you think. So far, nothing has happened yet. Nothing. Okay. Well, so let's go to the next thing that I was going to talk to you about, because I think this is important. So far, this is interesting, and I'm waiting also for my guest to talk about this again. But we have seen, a lot of records that we have been breaking. Weird ones, good ones, not really bad ones, because we have been amazing this season. But I want you to think about them a little bit. Okay, so the first one, considering the fact that I wasn't, and I have said this before, this is nothing that I need to hide. When we first drafted Tua, I was expecting, he wasn't my favorite pick. I didn't hate him, of course, as many others who were expecting us to draft, for example, Herbert, instead of him. No, not at all. I wasn't expecting a quarterback. Call me crazy. Yes, I know. My takes are kind of different, guys. Sometimes I'm a different person. So I wasn't expecting him. He wasn't my favorite pick. But the thing is that okay, guys, come on. Let's not fight in here. We have a little, argument in here, but come on, we're all brothers and sisters in here. Maybe not all of us cetacean, but brothers and sisters at the end, all siblings. Okay, so we, you're kind of distracting, guys, but I'm going to try to continue. You know, this is chisme, I know, and it's getting very good, by the way. But okay, here it is. Oh, wait, update, quick update. So the Titans just scored, and they are about to kick the extra point, and it is good. I'm kind of jealous right now. So 7-0, guys, right now, 7-0. The Titans winning so far at Lambeau. Okay, this is interesting. Well, so I was saying then that Tua wasn't my favorite, and I'm not saying that I was never a Tua hater, by the way. I think that being a Tua hater or a Tua lover is stupid because at the end of the day, we're all part of the same team. But, you know, I remember very clearly that I thought that he was great. He was great, and he could be like very coachable. And, you know, by the time he had Fitz as his mentor, and you know that I'm in love with that guy. But he has this skill set that not many quarterbacks, and not only right now, in history had. You know, we have said before that, and we have seen now that he's like, well, to me, he's the most accurate passer right now. I think that is fact, and we cannot deny it. The facts are there. We can see it each week. I think that he is very, very intelligent. He's like, you know, very quick at making decisions on the field, something that we cannot see or that we don't see in other quarterbacks that are very good too. And I'm going to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about Josh Allen, because I also think that he's great. He's amazing. Yes, I'm not going to talk trash about him. But I don't know. I think that lately we have seen Josh, you know, making some questionable decisions, right? I know that at the beginning Tua was doing it so too. And that is why maybe at the end he got hit, and because he decided to, and he said it, like, this is my team and I need to do things, and I'm gonna do anything for my teammates and for this record and for making it to the Super Bowl. And he's not afraid to talk about Super Bowl. I'm not afraid either. But you know, I think that the decisions that he's making right now are very let's say safe decisions, but also clever, but also at the same time, I don't know if this is possible, that you can be safe but also creative, you know, at the same time. And he is both safe and creative, and also follows in, you know, indications. So I like that very much about him, that he is disciplined and he can take whatever his coach tells him to do, but also, you know, make decisions on the field. And I like that. Also, you know, the distribution, he's using pretty much everybody. I actually am missing a lot to see Cray on the field. I'm kind of missing him. So I would like to see him very, very soon. You know, he has been sick lately, but I think that when we come back, we're going to see a lot more from him. Hey, Cruz, how are you? This is your first. I am so happy this is your first. You know, because we have a good Thursday night today, and I have a great guest who's coming in a few minutes, I think. And, you know, we're going to talk a little bit more about all of this. Come on, guys. Yes, exactly. This smart and super quick. And also, you know, the fact that he is left-handed and how he can, well, you know, we all know that only for throwing the ball, but he's left-handed, but also, I mean, he is as reliable as any other great quarterback in history. the greatest ones. And, he's a top 10 now if we think not only about the season, because he's the number one, right? Him, number one. But if we think about the last decade, he's been one of the greatest quarterbacks in many areas right now. But so far, this season, PFF grade first, passing grade first. Okay, I love this one because we talk about not only the passing, but pocket passing. And I don't mean to make comparisons, no, but I need to mention Dan Marino because that was his thing. And I love that Tua can do that and take care of himself in this matter. So I loved this stat. I think that is one of the most important ones. Also, there's this fun fact that if we were to compare Daniel Jones, which I really like, I need to be honest, Daniel Jones is surprising me a lot this season. I really like him, since he fell when he was trying to reach the end zone. I think that was very brave of him, and he was also very fast. So we have him, and we have Russell Wilson. I know that is not that amazing right now, but if we take all of these guys and Matt Stafford, I mean, he's the current champion. We take all of them, and Tua has the same amount, one more touchdown than Russell Wilson right now. Not in the whole season like they do, but only third down passes, touchdown passes, which are 8. So he has more on third down than all of these quarterbacks for in counting all the first, second, third, fourth conversions. So for him is like something easy. He makes it look very easy, and I love that. Okay, so that was about our quarterback. Let me see. Let me go back to the comments right here. Oh, of course, I couldn't let the opportunity go. Yes, Chef. Oh my God, it was amazing. I wish I could be there. I couldn't go to that game, but long lifetime of happiness and the best for you and the missus. Yes, of course. It was great. It was very emotional. And our dear Stephen was there, which was amazing too, in the ceremony. So congrats on you too. Okay, guys. So also, we have now, and we have had Tua in the conversation for MVP. A lot of people say still, and this is sad because a lot of Dolphins say, and I have heard them, I have seen a lot of comments from our fellow Dolphins who said that he is still not enough, that his arm strength is not enough, that our receivers have to, go back a little bit so they can catch his passes. I think that, even the haters right now have to accept right now that this quarterback is built different. I mean, only by week 10, well, no, not by, sorry, on week 10, he had again 3 touchdowns, and his rating is the highest, 135, and 78.1 completion percentage. So I think that those numbers are for a great, amazing, I don't know, can we say elite quarterback? I think that we can. Really, I think that we can do that. And I mean, right now, this season, he's the highest graded one. He's ahead of Mahomes and Josh Allen and Geno Smith, which who was a great surprise for me. I really like what he's doing, and Jalen Hurts. Despite the fact that they were undefeated, not anymore. Thank you, Commanders, once again. Yes, of course. So I think that we can say that he's in the conversation for the MVP. And also, he was out so far, okay, 10 weeks. He was out for 3 games practically. And this may not be that important for some people because this is, oh yeah, people voting, so maybe it's not that important, but for me it is. The fact that the people, everybody perceives Tua as a great leader and a great player, and they voted him so far 4 times, guys. 4 times as the Air Player of the week, week 2, and consecutive 8, 9, and 10. I think that is just amazing. That is just amazing. So, to me, guys, that talks about an MVP. And let me tell you something that we don't have in the numbers. That this is why I tell you, like all the time, I am not precisely an only numbers girl, because when it comes to numbers, we don't see these things. I was thinking about the last minutes of the game, right? And I was waiting for Tua to reach the definitely. I was waiting for Tua to complete his yards, for having these 3 games in a row with more than 3 touchdowns and more than 350 yards. I was waiting for that. I was hoping that he was going to do that. And when I saw him on the sidelines, I mean, yes, of course, I know it was to keep him safe, yes. But I think that maybe other quarterbacks, I'm not saying names, maybe other quarterbacks wouldn't have said, you know what, okay, it's fine. I'm just going to step out and let Skylar go and do his thing because we already won this. So I don't care. And he said it, I don't care about the yards. I don't care about like my records. I care about the touchdowns. So that speaks about a great, magnificent leader that we have in here, in him. And I think that is what brings the confidence to everybody there in the team, and what makes it look like a team now more than last year. I mean, he was already there, but there's also a video, and I think you watched it. He was mic'd up also when we had Flores as head coach, and his reactions, what he said, the way in which he moved, his body language and his attitude, his mood was totally different. We can see a guy that is enjoying every single aspect of the game like never before in the last decades. I mean, once again, I know that maybe many of you had this amazing opportunity of seeing Dan Marino play. I don't really remember him playing, because I didn't use I didn't used to watch each game and to analyze the games like that. I didn't used to do that, but now that I do, and of course we all have watched Marino videos and everything, but now that I have the opportunity to see every aspect of this man, on and off the field, it's amazing how he can be so contagious with his energy, and that everybody is doing whatever it takes to match his energy. I love also something that Teddy Bridgewater said. I like him. He might not be the best quarterback, but I like his attitude. And he said, okay, they would go through a wall for you. And I think that he wasn't saying that only because, a good leader, can be attractive, for the teammates. But I think that he said it specifically for him, because he was doing, that day versus Browns, he was doing so many amazing things that everybody was, like on at a different level. I could see that. Definitely. I really thought that we were going to see a lot of points in this game, and we did. but both sides. I thought I really was not exactly afraid, but I really respect the Browns offense, and I know that it can be very aggressive, and I was expecting that. I thought, okay, maybe over 20, 25, maybe 30 points for each team, but they couldn't do anything. They couldn't do anything, and they can, they have the power to do that. They have it. I actually, as I told you before, I love watch the Browns playing. At least, this season until week 12, I'm going to enjoy every game of the Browns. Okay, guys, we're still talking about some things in here that are not that nice. Come on, let's spread love, as Stephen used to say. Well, okay. Our deal Bill's friend. I'm not displaying the comment, but what you said is interesting, because you say that the Tua has the weakest arm in the NFL. I think that's the opposite, really. And even though let's say that what you said is true, it is not, in my opinion, and not only my opinion, but I think that a lot of experts' opinions. But thank you for saying that, because even though that, let's say that's true. Let's suppose that's true. It will be. It is amazing that a quarterback that has a very weak arm can achieve what he can achieve. So would that make him better or worse? I think that that would make him even better than he is now. If you have a weak arm and you can throw like that, and you can be that accurate, and you can be that, have that quick release, and you can quickly read the field and find 3, 4 possible targets. If you can do that with a weak arm and throw those actually very, very deep balls, I think that makes you even better, right? Because you're taking the skills that you already have to make up for the ones that you don't have. But in this, right now, I think you're wrong, dear friend. I think you're wrong. I think that this guy has everything it takes to be the best quarterback right now. Right now he is the best, and we cannot say he isn't. Not only because of the votes from people who recognize him as a great quarterback, but all the numbers. And I already told you that. If we were to, let's say, rank quarterbacks in the last decade, talking about what they have done and what he has done this season so far, he's in the top 10. Top 10 in the last decade. It is not easy. It is not easy. I didn't hear that about Patrick Mahomes, for example. I haven't heard that about Josh Allen. And let me tell you something. I really, really love Josh Allen. I think he is an amazingly built quarterback. I love the fact that he can run. I love the fact that he can block, the stiff arm and everything, that he throws amazingly. I like him. I like him. But I don't really think that he's like a great leader. I think that he can be a great leader. But, even seeing the reactions when they lost the game this last week, right? They lost, and it was an amazing match. I really respect what the Vikings did. I can tell you, the moment our game was done, and we were done and we won and everything, I immediately switched to that game. I was kind of, giving it a quick glance from time to time, because I really enjoy watching the Bills play too. Not only because they're our rivals in the division, but because they're good and they have great players, and I like their style and everything. But I think that there's a lot of traits, characteristics that he doesn't have, or he's lacking or maybe he's developing. Let's say that he's developing because he's very young, right? I mean, that is fair. When you're young, sometimes you want to do everything yourself. You don't want to let others do what they know, what they know, what they were hired for, and you want to do everything for yourself. And sometimes that is necessary, like in the case of Justin Fields, for example. Sometimes it is necessary, but some others it is not. And even more when you are surrounded by this amazing talent that we can see in the Dolphins and in the Bills. So I don't think it's necessary for him to do all of those things. He can run, yes, we know that, but it is not necessary like every time, And I compare that when the overtime finished and he was like, hitting the ground with the helmet and everything. He was very mad and very frustrated. And I get it. Of course, when we lose, we are frustrated. That's normal. Of course, it is. But when everything is not going very well for us, and it has been like that for many years, and with Tua already in the team, we didn't see those reactions from him, not at all. Yes, you can be frustrated, you can be upset. That is totally normal. But your reaction and the responsibility that you have when you're leading your team, you're being a leader, and everybody's looking at you. Literally, everybody's looking at you and what you do and what you don't do. So I think that that talks a lot of great things that says a lot of great things about Tua. And yes, I mean, Josh, he's going to grow up. He's going to, get more mature over time. I think that he needs to work on that. And if I compare that, as I told you, that moment when he was hitting the turf with the helmet, and then I think of Tua saying, you know what, it is enough. We already won. So Skylar, you just do your thing, right? I'm done, and I don't care about my numbers. I care about the touchdowns, because touchdowns is a number that counts for everyone in the team. I think that those details are the ones that are telling us that Tua is the one and is the best guy in the business right now. So okay, so I have a lot of comments. Thank you. Yes, this is one of the ones that I wanted to show you, because I totally agree with this. We have seen a lot of players, yes, have contracts. I'm not going to say names, you already know, which not only quarterbacks, but mostly quarterbacks, because they're the leaders in here. More leaders too, in every way. And I think that the fact that you are looking for, getting money out of this, and this is not only because that is your job and you should be paid for it, even if you're maybe not that good, and even more if you're amazing. So yeah, I mean, I thought, for example, at the beginning that Patrick Mahomes' contract was huge, and then we saw that Prescott, and then we have seen that from many other players. And I think if you're there being paid a lot, but then you don't have enough money to bring good guys, to throw to, then what are you going to do? Yeah, you have a lot of money, but you don't have great players around you. So that's not being a good leader either. You know what? Yeah. Are we singing? I actually did it in my head. So that is important too. I think that Josh has to grow up, and I insist, he's very good. I'm not saying that he's bad. On the contrary, he's amazing. He has a lot of skills, and he has improved a lot too. From his first year, he's playing elite now. He just has to, he has to control himself a little bit. But once again, he's great. And thank you, Tapo, for the update. Missed extra point. We were talking about that a few minutes ago. What is going on with the kickers? This is why I told you I don't think it is time to release Jason Sanders. I think that maybe something is going on with all of them. Yes, something is going on. I don't know what. This season has been very, very surprising. And this is one of the things that I noticed from the beginning. They're missing a lot. And we can explain that. It's weird. It's weird. Okay. So let's see. December 8th. You know what? I think I am looking forward to that game too. I think it's going to be very good. And we were saying this last week also, and I said it in other shows. Really, I really hope that Josh is okay, and that is another thing. He was struggling with his elbow, and he was still throwing, nonetheless, a lot, unnecessarily. That is part of being, mature and knowing that sometimes you need to limit yourself because you have people around you with a lot of talent, even more in that team. So you need to know your limitations sometimes, really. And that is part of it. I think that I want him healthy to play against us. Really. I want to see that match again because there were many comments regarding the first game that we had. The strongest argument was the weather, but we play against each other each year in Miami, so I don't think that's a good excuse. You may say, okay, we weren't ready yet because the season was starting. Okay, well, both teams were there. That was the same situation for both. So I don't think that is a great argument to give. But okay, you know what? I am looking forward to that game. Hey, Nando, we were waiting for you, but it's fine. If you can come, just come. If you can, it's okay too, because you're great and you have been very busy this week. I have seen you, as I told you, everywhere, and I love that, by the way. Yeah, well, that was the idea, dear AB, that was the idea. And we were going to have this beautiful conversation in Spanish at the end. I was hoping for that. Okay, let's see here. This is interesting. How are the Bills signing other players? There are players who have the #1 ranked defense and third best offense, will be first vote after December. Well, we need to see that. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. Right now, things are not exactly going, down that road, but it could be. We don't know. Of course, we're hoping things, if things are, continue to go the way they have been, I think that we're going to see something different than this. But I was really, genuinely concerned about him because he has had this injury before. And you need to take care of yourself. I really don't want anybody to be injured, and what happened to Tua, that in that game versus the Bengals, that was terrible, and versus the Bills too. So, oh, me too. After, I kind of feel relieved a little bit that they did well last week, and it looks like they might do kind of good, not very good this Thursday night, because they're still 6-7, and the Titans still winning. But I am waiting I am expecting to see a great team to face on Christmas. So yeah, definitely. I want to see that too. Okay, so I'm just going to translate this to a nicer version. Yeah, we were concerned that he was injured and he was playing and throwing a lot, really. I was genuinely concerned, as I told you. Okay, Nando. So for this Spanish part, I will love that. We have a few minutes before our dear Jason comes. So yes, you can still make it. Okay. Guys, there's no need to call, each other names. Come on, we're nice in here. But thank you for keep this conversation going. It is very interesting. Well, so very quickly, before the Spanish recap, because Jason is coming in a few minutes, and I know you're waiting for him. I know that, but it's fine because we're all the same team in here. We're going to talk about the picks. I'm going to share with you very quickly what I am waiting for this week. Even though it is a bye, I think that is very important for us because every team is related. I mean, yesterday I was asked, do you see who do you see in the Super Bowl? And I honestly said that us in the Super Bowl is a high probability. I mean, we are in the conversation now. I think that it's time for everybody who is not a Dolphins fan, to accept that. So very quickly for today, I told you already that I picked the Packers. I think that they can do that. I think. Also, Falcons, Bears. I picked the Bears. Talking about the AFC, Ravens, and I picked the Bills over the Browns, but I think that is going to be actually one of the most interesting games that we're going to see this week. I'm looking forward to that too, really. And also, we have the other divisional game in here, the divisional match, Jets Pats. I think that is going to be great, and I'm hoping the Jets can win that. They're doing a great job. I wasn't, but at the same time, I was expecting that. So I think that they're great. And I want also to face a very strong team to close the regular season. So yeah, I definitely want them to win. I think it's their turn also to begin, being better and being there in the conversations. I think they have been doing things the right way. So I would love to see them. Also, another game that I think is going to be very interesting. Guys, I know you're going to say, are you crazy? But I think the Raiders Broncos will be very interesting to watch. Yes, maybe because they're both struggling. I don't know, but I think it's gonna be the first Broncos game so far that I really want to watch. And I went Broncos. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? I don't know. Let me know. Hey, look who's here. Just on time for the Spanish recap. Yes.
Hello,
Hey,
no.
How
Hey,
are
Nonis, how's
you?
it going? So sorry for being late. I got
Don't
here. I was
worry.
great show though. I was listening on the drive over from FIU. It's like a 30-minute drive. So it was a nice little vibes to keep me company on the way home. So I thank you for that.
Thank you. So you were listening to Chisme, right? As
Yeah,
we
did a
said
little
at the
too,
beginning.
The last thing I think I heard before I started trying to connect it and fix my camera was that the Packers missed an extra point.
Yeah. And we were saying that about the
The
kickers, that
kickers,
something
yeah,
is
you were
going
talking about
on.
the kickers, that something around the league seems to be like they're just not clicking.
Exactly.
It's weird about Sanders. I think it's a confidence thing with him, I'm hoping he gets that back up. But thank you for having me on. Sorry for being late,
Yeah. No, don't worry. I mean, don't worry. We have to go soon because Jason is coming, but I wanted to have you here Because I mean, someone in here, they didn't know that you were going to join me, and they said that it will be
ABAB, I
great
saw
to
that.
have you here. Yeah,
Yeah.
it will be great to have you here. So, what about you help me a little bit, Nando, with maybe what do you think about us being in the Super Bowl and who we're going to face, but in Spanish? Would you like that?
Of course, I just had this conversation with my dad in Spanish, actually, like
Oh,
earlier today.
great.
So there we
So
go.
I would like to close with that. So guys, are you ready for the Spanish recap? In this case, it's going to be the Spanish, not recap, but the Spanish take of, on us in the Super Bowl. So vamos, Nando. ¿Qué
Vamos,
opinas de
vamos.
esto? ¿Contra quién vamos? Porque la verdad yo pienso que sí lo podemos, ¿no?
Va a ser interesante. Obviamente en el AFC. Perdón, es la primera vez que hago un show en español. Entonces
Y me encanta.
vamos a ver cómo van mis palabras. Mi vocabulario es un poco limitado. Entonces vamos a ver. En el AFC, yo pienso que va a ser los Chiefs, los Dolphins, los Bills, obviamente, en el AFC Championship.
Sí, claro.
En el NFC, probablemente entre los Vikings y los Eagles. ¿Se traduce los equipos a español?
No, nunca.
Ok,
¿Sabes
sí.
qué? O sea, muchos lo hacen porque es una costumbre, ¿no? Porque,
Ujú.
digo, los analistas de hace muchísimos años
Como
que
los
son de los
vikingos y
grandes.
los águilas, como...
Exacto, sí. Pero yo siempre estoy tratando de promover que nadie lo haga, pero igual nadie me escucha, ¿no? Entonces, sí,
Bueno,
ya
güey.
sabes, los delfines contra las águilas.
Claro.
Ok.
Entonces,
Fíjate que
yo
está,
pensaría que sería los Dolphins contra o los vikingos, o los Vikings o los Eagles.
Ay, o sea, está excelente tu español, lo amo,
Gracias.
me encanta. Fíjate que yo había pensado muchísimo en los Giants. Creo que pudiesen darnos una sorpresa, ¿por qué no? Digo, todo está pasando, o sea, el Any Given Sunday que pudiera ser como un todo es posible, ¿no? Cualquier cosa puede pasar. Entonces,
A mí
¿por
me
qué
gustan los
no?
Giants, sí. Tienen una
Sí, lo están
ofensa
haciendo lindo.
interesante y
Exacto.
a la manera que se ponen un poquito más saludable también como los receivers, ellos
Sí,
van a empezar como mejorando su ofensa más. Ahorita está mucho por honestamente Saquon Barkley y,
sí.
y el Daniel Jones que tiene un nuevo apodo, Vanilla Vic. Eso me
Ah,
encantó.
me encanta,
Me
me
encantó.
encanta. Sí.
Uno de sus receivers lo llamó así, dijo, tiene que ser para ti, Vanilla Vic. Y eso fue,
Oye, es que sí, ¿sabes
es
qué?
bien rápido, corre muy bien el chico
Es
y
muy
eso
bueno.
los da, como dices, Any Given Sunday, eso lo da otra dinámica a la ofensa de los Giants, como eh, Daniel Jones ha mejorado mucho este año.
Muchísimo,
Vanilla
muchísimo, la
Vic,
verdad.
Jason.
Sí, está amazing. Sí, la verdad es que creo que lo puede lograr. Y honestamente, claro, y aquí tenemos a un amigo Bill que es nuestro hermano, no pasa nada, aunque nos estemos peleando aquí en los comments, pero obviamente sí, tenemos que aceptar y ver en la conversación que los Bills ahí están, o sea, no lo podemos negar, están eh, jugando a un nivel superlativo, sí, y los Chiefs ahí están también en la conversación, pero yo honestamente en este momento no voy a dejar a los Dolphins fuera porque creo que podemos dar la sorpresita y podemos ir a jugar ese Super Bowl que tanto queremos. Y aparte, tú allá lo decretó, ¿no? O sea, no tenemos miedo de hablar del Super Bowl.
Me encantó
Y
eso.
si si him, ¿no? Si nuestro number one lo dice, yo lo creo,
Es el
yo lo
capitán.
creo. Claro,
Eh,
exacto.
Y,
Entonces,
y me encanta esa como confianza que lo ha salido en el tercer año. Lo vimos
exacto.
con el Mike Top como no tenemos miedo de hablar de Super Bowls y esa actitud va a ir muy bien. Lo está dejando como ser más suelto con el equipo, jugar mejor pelota como él sabe, como, no sé,
Claro.
le está saliendo más fácil casi se aparece. Y no solo es porque hemos mejorado con Tyreek Hill y Waddle, él
Sí,
está como más
es
tranquilo, no
todo.
sé. Ujú.
Sí, o sea, sabes, esa energía que te trae como, y también, o sea, McDaniel, o sea, de estar relajado, de estar bien, de estar como, ¿sabes qué? No te preocupes, o sea, sigue haciendo lo tuyo porque sabes hacerlo, y es que se lo dije incluso, oye, está bien que aceptes que estás haciendo las cosas bien, o sea, deja de estar como siempre diciendo, pero, me falta, hazlo, síguelo haciendo, ¿no? Y eso me encantó, la
No,
verdad.
era excelente.
Sí, ay, muchas gracias. Thank you, AB. I know that. I knew this. I knew that. Yes.
AB,
We are
you're a
the
legend, AB.
we are
Leyenda.
the MS version of McDaniel and Tua, of course. I know.
Chapo,
So
gracias. Thank you, Chapo.
thank you. Yes, Chapo, you're
Thank you.
great. So
Chimichanga.
I know. So right now everybody wants tacos. I know that. But guys, thank you, Nando, for coming with me. You know, I regularly speak for a little longer, but our dear brother Jason is coming. So you know, maybe we can just go and sneak, I know, into his show. Why not? I mean, why not? We're brothers. No, just kidding, Jason. Don't worry about that. So thank you everybody, really, because you once again put up with me. And thank you, Nando, because you could make it a few
Sorry for being
minutes.
late.
It doesn't, no, it doesn't matter. On the contrary, thank you really for having time to be here with me just for a few minutes. It doesn't matter. I really appreciate it. I know that you are very busy right now, so thank you for that. And everybody here, thank you, guys. Do not fight. Come on, let's you know, let the players solve these conflicts on the field, and that's it. Okay, positivity, remember.
Positivity,
So
yes.
yes, so don't forget, everybody, okay, to hit the like button and subscribe and donate, and please go with our brother Jason, who is already there, okay, ready to start. Thank you, Nando, you're amazing. Thank you so
Of
much.
course. Thank you for having me on. It was so much fun it was my first time talking Dolphins football in Spanish on
And
camera.
if you want to, we can do this
Hey,
every week. I mean, why not?
I did not know I had a little test today, so that's why I was a little late today. But most times my classes end a little before 8, so I should be good in the future. That was pretty fun. So
yeah, so wait for him, because he will be back. So.
I like to do the English and the Spanish part, but the Spanish part was so much fun. Nonis, thank you so much.
Yeah, I know. No, yeah, both. Why not? Both.
Why not?
Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, and see you next week. Thank you, Nando. See you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.